Welcome to DIY Hair School, and today I am going to do a super in-depth breakdown of my most viral messy bun tutorial. This messy bun goes viral every single time I post it because it is a quick and easy way to create a really nice, beautiful looking messy bun really quickly, even if you don't have a ton of hair. So to start with, I'm just going to show you the bun and then I'll go back and break it down. So there we go, that's the bun, super quick, super easy, and it looks super cute. So now let's break it down. First, we're gonna start with the ultimate hair ties you should use. So I typically will do it with a scrunchie. A satin scrunchie just helps to create more volume because this is gonna add some bulk to the hair, but it also is not going to damage the hair too much. So since I do like to put my hair up a lot, I do like to use these satin scrunchies because they're soft and much more gentle on the hair and are just going to be a lot less likely to cause damage quickly as opposed to a more traditional hair tie. Now you can use a more traditional hair tie if that's what you prefer, if you don't like the look of a scrunchie or if it's just all you have. But if you are using a regular hair tie, sometimes if you have really fine or thinner hair, you can't get enough tension without wrapping the hair tie more than twice. And to do this messy bun technique, we are only going to be wrapping the scrunchie or hair tie around our hair twice. So doing it twice needs to be tight enough to hold your hair in. So it will be a little bit tighter than if you're just doing a regular ponytail. I find with my regular scrunchie and my hair tie, I do have to wrap these 3 times if I'm just doing a basic ponytail. When you're doing a bun, it's a little more forgiving. It's going to be a little tighter with a little less wrapping, but still, if you use a regular hair tie and you have fine hair, it might be too loose to wrap it twice. So what I use are these child-sized hair ties here, and to compare, this is a regular sized hair tie. I know this is a different type of hair tie, but it's about the same size as a typical hair tie, and you can see just how much smaller these little children's hair ties are than these bigger ones. And that's what allows me to wrap it twice and still get a nice tight hold in my hair. So first we are going to do the front view and then we will do it from the back. So stick around for the whole video so you don't miss any of it. One more thing I'm going to say before we start actually getting into the breakdown of the messy bun is that if you do this on freshly washed hair, it is going to be a little bit more challenging. You are going to get more baby hairs falling out. You are going to have a harder time manipulating your bun. It's going to be more likely to be floppy, especially if you have fine hair, since we have such a soft hair texture. When we have fine hair, that a little bit more texture in the hair is usually helpful. So not freshly washed hair or adding some dry shampoo or some dry texture spray to your hair will help. My hair is freshly cleaned, but I did blow dry in some stronghold mousse, and that also is going to create a little bit of texture and hold in my hair. But even for myself, I actually prefer these messy buns and find them a lot more forgiving on hair on day 2 or hair that I've added some dry texture products to. I'm going to use a darker scrunchie just so you can more easily see what I'm going to do. If you like the look of the scrunchie, you can definitely use a high contrast scrunchie like this, but if you're unsure of whether or not you like to see the scrunchie or you just definitely don't want to see the scrunchie, you can use something that is a little more close to your hair color or use something that matches your outfit, whatever you want. But honestly, I think these satin scrunchies are so cute, so I don't mind when they contrast. So you're gonna put the scrunchie around your fingers. You're gonna make like a little duck hand, and you're gonna have the scrunchie on the edge of your fingers, not too far up your hand, just sort of on your fingers. And then you're going to take your ponytail and grasp it in those fingers with your scrunchie. So that is grasped all the way around, just like this. There's those baby hairs we talked about. When my hair is not freshly washed, those baby hairs will stay where I put them. But since my hair is so clean and fluffy, they're all gonna fall out. So now we've got the hair grasped. We're gonna take our other hand and we're gonna pull the scrunchie over top of the ponytail so the top of the ponytail is sticking through the scrunchie. And then we're gonna stick these fingers in another little ducky hand through, just like that. You can see, and we're aiming our ducky hand to the front of our head. And then these fingers are just gonna scoop that hair back. And what it's going to do is it's gonna scoop the hair back and plop it on top. So you're going back and then on top is what you're going to do. So we go scoop and plop on top. So let me show you that from the back. The one thing I will say about this technique is that I know it's tempting to really break it down and to really slow it down so that you know what you're doing. But honestly, I struggled with this technique so hard a couple years ago when I first learned it and when I first started trying it. And I found that once I stopped thinking about it too hard and just did it, that it started to work more easily. And I can break it down and do it more slowly now, but it is actually a lot harder to do it slowly than to just go for it and just keep doing it. Even if it's not working, just keep doing it, and going through that motion over and over will start to create some muscle memory. And it's like starting to try to learn how to ride a bike. You get on, you try to pedal, it doesn't work, but you just gotta keep doing it. And the slower you go on your bike, the more likely you are to fall. And if you get some momentum and get moving, your bike is gonna stay upright. So it's sort of like that with this, that if you get a little momentum and you just go for the flip, it's actually a lot easier than trying to go really slow, because honestly, this is a messy bun. It doesn't have to be perfect. And there's actually several ways to create this shape with your bun. So even if you don't do it exactly like I do it, as long as you end up in the right place, it really doesn't matter. So let's go for that again. We're gonna pull it over. We're gonna take our fingers. We're gonna scoop. We're gonna plop it on top. And so now here we are. And I am holding my fingers around the base of my ponytail there. And the scrunchie is over top of my fingers. So then with this hand, I'm just gonna pull that down until I feel that loop pop through. And you're left with this. So then I like to take the back loop, the one that's sticking straight up first, and I like to pull that out. And then I like to pull it forward and back a little bit, because you don't want to create just a rainbow shape. You want to kind of create an all-around shape. And then this front piece, you're going to pull to side. Now sometimes, and like what happened here, is that you didn't catch a lot of the ends, and so you're going to get this more floppy shape in the front. But honestly, it's a messy bun, so it doesn't really matter. And like I said, you're less likely to run into those problems when you don't go slow and you just do the flip and the drop. So I'm gonna do it one more time faster for you and let you see what that looks like. There we go. So as you can see, also, once we have the bun on top of our head and we've let go, there is a lot of manipulating the hair that goes into creating that perfect messy bun shape. And don't be too hard on yourself if you start pulling it apart and it's falling apart everywhere and it's just not doing what you want it to do, because manipulating your hair is a learned skill, and you will start to learn with your specific hair exactly where you need to pull and exactly how much you can pull before your layers start to fall out or your ends untuck themselves, because honestly, every single person's hair is going to be a little different. There is no exactly one size fits all. This is going to be perfect for everybody. Even when I go get a haircut and get my layers reshaped, get some curtain bangs, take an inch of length off, all of a sudden I have to relearn my messy bun. It takes me a couple days of trying my messy bun to actually get it down to a place where I really like it again, because I have to alter my technique a little bit now that there are different textures and shapes and lengths in my hair than there were prior to my haircut. So every single person is going to have to take this knowledge and really customize it to themselves with practice. And don't be too hard on yourself if it doesn't work right away, because that is totally normal. And even though this is an easy hairstyle, when I say easy, I mean like driving a car or riding a bike. Those two skills are something that I think most people would consider pretty easy, but it doesn't mean they are easy in the beginning. You still have to learn and you still have to practice, and then they become easy skills to maintain once you have them, and really quick, easy things that you don't have to think about anymore. And that's just like doing these easy styles in your hair. But if you're not used to doing your hair and it's not something you do very often, then it is totally normal for you to feel like it can take a long time for you to build up the ability to do these styles quickly and easily. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments how this works out for you. If you have any more questions about the messy bun, I'm not sure what else I could break it down. I have broken this down as much as I possibly can. At this point, you just need to practice, but I'd love to hear your comments and everything that you guys love to tell me that you are successful on, or if you need more help with. Check out my Instagram and my TikTok as well, because I post content there every single day, and I post content here on YouTube every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thank you so much for being here with me today, guys. Bye.